Welcome to your third HTML tutorial by EasyMods.tk. So we've learned how to put the image into a link. We've learned how to put a text to a link. Now a button. There is ways to do a button with Ahref, but that's not the way we're going to do it today. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Here's the way we're going to do it. It's called form method. And the form method is going to equal a link. And your action is where you put your link. So we want to go to www.google.com. Alright. And then we're going to close that. So now what you want to do, you're going to want to, it doesn't matter if you go down, I'm just going to do it to keep it kind of organized. Type input type equals submit, and your value is whatever you want the button to say. So our button is going to say click me to go to Google. And then I'm going to close that. And since right here we have a form method, we need to close the form tag, which is, sorry guys, it's just form. So now let's see what our ending results are. Click me to go to Google. And Google. There, you see it? Okay. So now, back here. Alright, so now, before we go into the next part of the tutorial, I promised you guys I would show you how to, if you do link a text to somewhere, how to change the color of that, which is very simple. So what you want to do is type your basic Ahref, okay, and then wherever you want this to go, and then whatsoever in between, remember it's the text that will go to that link. So before we type our text, we're going to type the font tag. We're going to type color equals quotation, and for our EasyMods site, we're going to go red, and then we're going to close that tag, and then we're going to type EasyMods so people know where that's going to take them. And then to close it, you would just put your basic A tag, but right after EasyMods, you need to put your font closing tag. Alright, let's save this and see what our results are. And refresh. Alright, so you see we have a red tag now, or a red text that is going to link us to EasyMods. So let's see if it worked. And there it is. Okay. So now our next part of the tutorial is going to be on how to embed music players into your website. So before we start, I'm going to pause this video to get all our necessary music files that we need for this, so I will be right back. Alright, so now we have our stuff that we need. So, like I said, we're going to be moving on to the music player part of this. So what we need to do is put our bracket, we're going to type embed. Alright, and for embed, sorry, I've already put this together. I'm just going to paste it so I can explain how it's put together. So what you put right here is you put embed, and then your SRC for source, and then what you're in quotations, you're going to put whatever the name is of that music. So mine's easy.mp3. We're going to be playing a song, Almost Easy, by Avenged Sevenfold. And so we're going to space. I would recommend for the music player, the default music player that this comes with, you don't have to make one or whatever. The image browser will make one for you, but the default, I would make your width 140 and your height 15. This is going to give you the full music player, and you're not going to see any extra borders coming off of it. And then two key things you need to add to this are auto start. You either set in quotations this to false or true. If you want this to start playing when they click on your site, set it to true. If you don't, set it to false. Loop. When it gets to the end of the song, if you want your song to play over again without them doing anything, set it to true. If you don't, set it to false. And then at the end, you need to close your tag, which would be /embed. So I'll show you what this looks like, and we're going to go ahead and set the auto start to false. And let's refresh. And just a second, guys. I actually know what happened, but give me a second to fix this. Alright guys, sorry about that. Now we're back, we got that all fixed. It was part Internet Explorer's fault, part my fault. Let me just show you guys what I messed up on. Let's find our HTML. Alright. So in here, usually I would have this named. Oh, well, hold on guys. Alright. Usually I would have this named .mp3. But no, don't name it that. Just name it anything you want. Because if you do .mp3, Internet Explorer or a web browser is going to recognize it as .mp3.mp3 because it already realizes, let me erase that, it already realizes right here that it's an mp3 file, so there's no need to put .mp3. So just remember that. So once I did that, I fixed it. We still got our same source here, auto start false, loop true. And I just did break. I'm gonna add, you can actually put those side by side. I'm gonna, oops, sorry, add a couple more to give us some more spacing. And then I'll show you guys. I had to switch to Mozilla. It ended up working out better, so I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so once you do it, we got our normal thing here. Go to Google, Easy Mods. This is the player that comes by default. So, if I were to click here, let me turn down my volume a little bit. So you guys can see that it does work. Let me just show you some other stuff. Alright, so I've shown you how to put the music in. I do want to show you one big thing that I should have showed you earlier. If you want to change the entire background color, I mean the whole background, you want to go, let me check our timing, sorry guys, I know this is a lot of breaks, but alright, we're good. So you want to change the whole background color. You're going to go inside the body tag and type BG for background, and then color equals, and then whatever you want. I'm going to do green. And make sure those are inside quotations. So now that I've done that, I'm going to save it. Our whole background should be green. There we go. Now our title tag was green, so let's go change the color of the title tag to red. Or how about blue? And there's our title tag. Or title, not tag, sorry. Let me just show you why you need the height and the width for the music player. So if we come in here, say I change the width to 175. The reason I found these on my own, the reason you need to do the width and height I tell you is because you can get something looking like this. And refresh. you're going to get something that is way too extended. Now we could